What's good? It's day 3 of NFL free agency, and we're going to break down the moves the Titans have made so far. Remember, these signings aren't official until 4 p.m. Eastern time on March 15th, which is today. So those signings will become official at 4 p.m. Eastern time, and those deals will be done. But before we start with the moves the Titans have already made, I want to break this news that came in just recently. Westbrook-Ikhine and Cody Hollister will not be tendered. Now, that doesn't mean that they can't receive a deal less than the restricted tender number, but they become free agents, unrestricted free agents, also at 4 p.m. Eastern time today. So be on the lookout for that. Any updates, we'll have it coming to you. Again, this is exactly why you subscribe. There's been news breaking 24/7 all across the NFL, and we've done our best to make sure that you guys are in the loop between all of the moves, between letting guys walk, and now the Westbrook-Ikhine and Cody Hollister move. You've got it all in a timely manner. Make sure you hit that sub button so that you are aware of all the moves Ran Carthon is making in NFL free agency. Moving forward with the moves that they've already made. Andre Dillard was the first move to be made by Ran Carthon, signed on Monday when the tampering period began. Luke Gifford, a linebacker from the Dallas Cowboys, was the second, followed by Azeez Al-Shaair in the same day, second linebacker in 2 days. First Ran Carthon guy from the 49ers. And then late last night, Daniel Brunskill was signed, as well as Arden Key, who I want to talk about right now. Signed probably around 10 p.m. on day 2 of NFL free agency. He, along with Daniel Brunskill and Azeez Al-Shaair, all 49ers Ran Carthon guys. Looks like Ran Carthon is bringing in a lot of guys he's familiar with, which I am not opposed to. Now, I know I've heard a lot of, we're bringing in the rejects of the 49ers to come revamp the Titans. I don't think that's exactly what's happening. I think Ran Carthon is taking guys that he trusts and putting them on this roster. I don't believe that these guys are rejects, and I will get into more detail about who these players are in just a moment. But before we dive deep into those moves, grade the Titans' moves so far. Just from the surface, what do you think? Do you like them? Do you hate them? A, B, C, D, or F? Head down to the comment section and give the Titans a grade on their free agency moves so far through day 3. Andre Dillard, the first move made, offensive lineman. Again, the O-line in shambles until recently. They're making progress in replacing guys like Taylor Lewan, Ben Jones, Nate Davis. They're doing their best to fill those holes. Andre Dillard was probably a very solid signing to try to revamp the O-line. In 2021, he had a good year. That was probably his best year. In 2022, he didn't play too much, just the opportunity didn't present itself. In 340 snaps, 7 penalties, just 1 sack, 1 hit, 20 pressures allowed in 2021. Great stats. This guy was coached by Mike Leach at Washington State. Admitted that the transition from college ball to professional ball gave him a run for his money, to say the least. He mentally and physically was not ready. He admitted it, but he worked his way up, kind of got better, improved, and then Jordan Mailata was drafted, kind of got ahead of him, pushed him to the side, and now he is waiting for the opportunity to prove himself again, which he will get in Tennessee, considering the shape that the O-line is in. It's now or never, buddy. Step up. You got the chance. Prove everybody wrong and show them what you can do. Luke Gifford, linebacker out of, I believe he was with the Cowboys for 4 years. That's right. He was an ace for their special teams, had led special teams in tackles, I believe. And the coaches were very confident that Luke Gifford could step up and hold a bigger role. That looks like it'll be on the defense as a rotational linebacker. I think this is a good step. I was a little bit iffy on whether you want to sign linebackers that are special teams guys. You should probably grab somebody a little bit more established, but Ran Carthon seems to have confidence in this guy, and if coaches are saying he's absolutely more than capable of handling a bigger role, then you roll with it. So he'll sign a 2-year contract up to about $5 million over those 2 years. The next guy is also a linebacker. I was excited about this one. Azeez Al-Shaair, solid move here. This is your David Long replacement, who, sad to see, you hate to see him go. But if you've got to fill his spot with somebody, Azeez Al-Shaair might be the guy to do it. Best year was in 2021. No doubt, you look at those stats, it's very, very evident that was when he popped off. He's versatile, and he mostly plays inside, but he's explosive and long, and he did get overshadowed a little bit by Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner in San Francisco, which, okay, that defense, come on. That defense was so good. There were so many guys on that defense that had so much talent. So it's not that he's a reject, as I saw a couple people say. I think it's just the way that opportunity unfolded. It wasn't his time. I think in Tennessee, he could absolutely pop off. I think it'll be a good fit. Again, Ran Carthon bringing in somebody that he trusts. He knows this guy. He knows what he's capable of. He must think he's a good fit if he's bringing him to Tennessee. He's instinctive. He follows the ball well. This is a good move by Ran Carthon, Mike Vrabel in the front office. I'm here for it. I like it. Arden Key, one of the more recent signings, happened last night. Little bit late, which if you haven't heard, now you're hearing. If you were sleeping nice warm in your bed, here's some more news for you. They did sign Arden Key as well as Daniel Brunskill. Arden Key will sign a 3-year deal, and Daniel Brunskill will sign a 2-year deal. Key had a little bit of a rough start, drafted by the Raiders in 2018 out of LSU. Go Tigers. Sorry if you're not a Tigers fan. I went to LSU. Had a little bit of a rough start, ended up kind of over the years progressing and fit really well into the 49ers with that system in San Francisco when he moved over there. Again, improvement throughout the years, did a lot of good. This is another guy who in free agency signed with the Jags and went off. He proved himself here, which is why he's cashing in now on a deal with the Titans. Again, $21 million deal, $13 million guaranteed. Good deal for him, considering what he's been through. He was a standout at LSU, and this past season he had 4.5 sacks, 5 tackles for loss, and 15 quarterback hits with the Jags. I like this move. Another Ran Carthon guy, which I am going to run with. I'm going to run with that because if your GM is bringing guys he knows onto your roster, trust him. He knows something you don't. He likes Arden Key. I like Arden Key. Let's move on. Daniel Brunskill is the final signing that has happened just recently. He followed Arden Key just minutes after, I believe, that news broke. He is another Ran Carthon guy. So now you've got 3. Now you've got 3 guys who played in San Francisco while Carthon was there. He didn't start too many games this past season. I believe it was only 519 snaps, though, which is about 58% of the offensive snaps. Good numbers for somebody who only started 2 games. He did start in 2020 and 2021. He'll get the chance to start in Tennessee. Again, we revisit the O-line situation. They have a lot of holes to fill. It looks like he'll take that right guard position. You're still looking for your left guard and center because if you slide Andre Dillard into the lineup as well as Daniel Brunskill and Nicholas Petit-Frere, depending on what they decide to do with him, you're looking for your left guard and center position still. But Daniel Brunskill in that right guard position, bolster, good move. Another veteran that can come and bring in some leadership that needs the O-line clearly needs. So I think these 5 moves are good. As quickly as Carthon was clearing space and getting rid of guys and letting them walk, he refilled their spots, which, okay, at least you're turning around and fixing the problem we thought you made. But again, there are still concerns about the receiver position now that Nick Westbrook-Ikhine and Cody Hollister are gone. We already cut Robert Woods. Traylon Burks hopefully goes off in his second year. You need speed. They're serious about getting speed. They are not playing. But you're going to have a young receiver room. I guess you look to the draft now. That's become more of a priority in the draft. Maybe O-line in the draft. There's still other priorities that need to be acknowledged and put first. But what was your favorite signing so far? I say so far because free agency is not over. In fact, it just officially starts at 4 p.m. Eastern time today. So who has been your favorite signing so far for the Titans? Head down to the comment section and let me know. And before we go, breaking news from Adam Schefter. Eagles plan to release cornerback Darius Slay per sources. This is an Eagles player, but could he become a Titans player? Hopefully, because options are running low. James Bradbury re-signed with the Eagles. Cam Sutton ended up going to the Lions. Your options and guys that we heard Tennessee fans wanting to hopefully grab, they're being scratched off the list. They are no longer available. So you're running out of options. This guy pops up. Eagles are saying, all right, Slay, it's been nice knowing you. We're going to let you walk. Titans absolutely should look into this. Pass defense needs help. Cornerback, definitely a question right now. Darius Slay, is he a good fit for the Titans? Let me know. Should the Titans sign Darius Slay? If they can make it happen, should they? Type Y for yes. Type N for no. Again, free agency officially starts at 4 p.m. Eastern time today, and there will no doubt be more moves made. So make sure you hit that sub button because we're going to keep it coming. We're going to make sure you have everything you need to know about what the Titans are doing during free agency to fix their roster. As always, thanks for watching. We'll see y'all soon.